Hello, viewers, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And in today's topic, we are going to be discussing about welding. We're going to be defining what welding is all about. But firstly, I would like to ask, when you hear the word welding, what comes to your mind? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word welding? Or when you are asked to define welding, what can you say welding is? I know for so many persons, or for some persons, when they hear the word welding, the first thing that comes to their mind is, a kind of man that is welding or fabricating a gate, that is fabricating a protector, and is trying to hold two pieces of parts and rebar together. But that's not all about welding. That's just your own view about welding. So, welding is said to be defined as a process of joining two or more pieces of metals by a localized group known as the coalescence of metals through the application of heat, pressure, or both, with or without the addition of filler metals or filler materials. Most definitions will tell you to form a homogeneous material, a heterogeneous material. And when you go and search online, you'll see so many definitions of welding. But here captures most things that occur in the process of welding. So we'll say welding is the process of joining two or more piece of metal by a localized goods known as the coalescence of metals through the application of heat, pressure, or both, with or without the addition of filler metals or materials. So that's the definition of welding. We say it's a process of joining two or more pieces of metals by a localized group known as the coalescence of metals through the application of heat, pressure, or both, with or without the addition of filler metals or materials to form a homogeneous or heterogeneous material. Now, I'd like you to take note of something. We say one, it is a process. We say two, it's a joining process. So you understand that welding is a joining process among so many joining processes we have. Now you can agree with me that plumbing is a joining process. You're joining PVC. Carpentry is a joining process. You're joining wood. Welding is a joining process. And you're joining metals. Welding is a joining process. But in this process, what you are joining is metals. Now, in this word, in this definition, there are some key terms in this definition. I know you must not have come across before, such as coalescence. You must have also come across heat, pressure. To some persons, filler material and filler metal, you might not be familiar with it. I'll take time to explain these key terms, and then we will now continue. But before then, I will explain some processes in welding. Just like we said, you agree with me that a process is a step-by-step pattern, is a systematic approach of doing things. So I'll explain what we mean by process. But before then, I would like to enjoin you, to encourage you to please like, the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. And this is one reason why you should like the video. In this channel, we give you top welding tips. Here's another reason why you should subscribe to this channel. In this YouTube channel, we give you practical sections and theoretical sections to encourage you in such a way that you can be able to do it yourself. You can be able to practice it yourself. So please do well to subscribe to the channel. Now we continue. So what we'll be looking at now is the process. So it brings us to the idea that we have processes in welding. Welding has so many types of processes, but I'll take time to explain this very familiar one. That is the fusion welding process. And it's very common. Most of us must have seen it before. Must have seen it in operation, the fusion welding process. The fusion welding process. Now, just like the name implies, fusion. Another word for fusion is to melt. What are we melting? We are melting metals, because here we're talking about what? Welding. So it means in fusion welding process, you will definitely be heating up these metals to their melting point in order for you to achieve what we call coalescence. You heat up these metals to their melting point in order for you to achieve what we call coalescence. So fusion welding process is a welding process where the heat is used to the heat is used to melt the base metal. The heat is also used to melt the filler metal, which mix and then they solidify as they grow into one body. That is fusion welding process. And we know we are talking about heat, and there can be different sources of heat. You can have heat from various sources. So with regards to that, we now have fusion welding process subdivided into two. We now have what we call the arc welding process, and we now have the oxy fuel gas welding process. So in our next video, we'll be taking time to explain these two processes, and then we'll give examples of them. Thank you very much. I hope you learned from this video.